Okay, I have 3 questions.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one, remember in the last transmission you said anybody who wants contact can go to Joshua Tree in the
Well,
full
we didn't
moon?
say want.
Oh, what did you say?
We simply said that there was an opportunity to experience more opening, different things. It would help heighten the probability of contact in the future, but to simply go and see what you experience so that we can observe where you're at with regard to the idea of contact.
Okay, got it. Well, I went
Yes.
and I saw what looked like 3 spaceships.
All right.
So I wanted to ask you, like, who were they and what was it?
Who were they and what was it?
Yeah, like who was in those ships? Are you allowed to tell me?
I'm allowed to say that some of it is friends of yours, some of it is people you don't know, and some of it is other versions of yourself.
Other versions of myself in
Many
another...
of you have counterparts in some of the extraterrestrial civilizations that visit you, so that you will have a degree of vibrational familiarity with them.
Okay.
Like looking into a mirror but seeing a different face.
But then that...
Knowing that it's still another version of the oversoul that you are also an extension from.
Got it. But then it's also like maybe another being, like a hybrid being, like version of myself.
Yes, in general, there were
Okay.
many, many hybrids present at that moment.
Oh, there were. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So it was great. Then the second question is, then after that experience, I had this really vivid dream
Yes.
where I was on a spaceship
Yes.
and they were doing something. I don't know what they were doing.
All right. A memory of an actual encounter.
Can you tell me what that was? Like what they were doing?
Taking a closer look, taking a deeper observation, a measurement of your energy, and again, how close you may be to the vibration that would allow for a higher degree of probability of contact in the future.
Okay.
They wanted to take a more specific reading.
Okay. Is that possible in my lifetime?
Yes.
Okay.
Remember, again, it's not so much that things are or are not possible, it's whether they are probable or relevant. And
Is it
there is a high
probable and
degree of
relevant?
probability, yes. Otherwise, again, we probably wouldn't be having these conversations.
Right. Right. Okay.
You can use us to some degree as a marker that those that find us have a great deal of connection to the idea of the hybrids and the idea of experiencing contact. It doesn't mean it's all guaranteed, but it means that your willingness to participate in the beginnings of contact, which is what these exchanges are, heightens the probability of actual physical contact in the future. So generally speaking, those that are present in these exchanges and listening in to these exchanges, those that are connected vibrationally and feel a familiarity with us and the way we share information with you are probably on a similar wavelength, close enough to continue to expand your energy toward the idea of open contact. Otherwise, again, it is not as likely that you would be participating with us in these exchanges. Now, again, it doesn't mean you can't change your mind. It doesn't mean you can't succumb to negative and fear-based belief systems that would take you farther away from the idea of the probability of contact. But in general, if you just let go and go along for the ride and follow the formula, and as we recently said, stay in the eye of the storm, it is increasing the probability of contact with us or beings like us in the relatively near future.
Okay. That makes sense.
I know, that's why I said it.
Okay, then the last thing is, you know how you were talking about neutral preference and like
Yes.
choosing things that are vibrational alignment.
Yes, vibrationally compatible with who you prefer to be.
So then I guess what's the balance between, you know, when you meet people that
Yes.
may not occur, like they are vibrational balance?
Are you saying that they're vibrationally incompatible? Or
Yeah,
compatible?
I experienced that, and then I wonder, am I just being biased?
First step, remember. First step always. Honest self-examination. Am I dampening my excitement? Am I biasing the energy with my belief systems.
Right.
Always do that examination first. Then when you are clear that you may not be biasing it, then you know that what you're sensing really is not your preference vibrationally. Again, this is what we're talking about when we say it's important to have clear discernment. But you have to start with yourself in that discernment. Am I coloring this? Could it be something that could serve me? Could it be something that could be made more vibrationally compatible if I change my belief system about what I'm experiencing here? But if you come right down to the core, the essence of the situation, the circumstance, and the belief systems that are active within you at that moment and determine, no, I'm pretty clear that this is vibrationally incompatible with what I prefer, then it's easy to make the decision as to not engage.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
But it starts with you. You have to be clear within yourself about what you're doing.
I get that. I think the only thing that I get a little confused about is how, you know how I was watching a video and you were sharing how like everybody that we interact with, we're only seeing our version of them.
Yes.
So then ultimately, if I'm creating how they're showing up or I'm seeing my version of them,
Yes.
then, and if they're showing up in my life,
Yes.
then
But for what reason?
for what reason is for me to discover.
Exactly.
Okay.
And as you clarify yourself, you'll understand why you attracted yourself into that circumstance with that person. Whether or not it's for the circumstance of gaining more discernment, more clarity within yourself, and recognizing you don't need to continue to create your version of them anymore, or you do.
Okay.
Yes?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I was sitting here in the audience last night. I got a memory and thought about since 1990, around 1998.
Yes.
And it had to do with when you were, I participated with you, when you did an event in Thousand Oaks, when you had the money abundance seminar for us.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay? And you had everybody bring a coin.
Yes.
All right. And then my participation was I made up flyers and I called everybody to get them there.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
And then the next day, this man called me.
Yes.
And he said that, well, I had the monatomic stones and everything at the time.
Yes.
All right. And I'd made jewelry out of it and the whole
Yes,
thing.
yes, yes.
All right. So he called me and said that he was sort of told that he needed to come and buy some of my stones.
Yes.
So he came over to my house and he picked out a lot of stuff and he said, but he wanted so much more. And he said, I just have $300 with me
Yes.
in cash and I want to go home and get more
Yes.
and bring back.
Yes.
Oh, I'm shaking again. Whoa.
And so?
And so he lived about an hour away. Anyway, he came back
Yes.
and then he bought $1,200 worth of stuff.
All right.
And at the end of the conversation, he said his name was Sananda.
Yes.
And he said at the end of the conversation, he said, I'm an ET. And I said, okay. And I said, we should, let's talk about that. And he said, he was leaving and we would talk about it another time.
Yes.
Okay. So what was he an ET? I mean, what was that about?
Not in the way he meant it, no. Not in the way you thought he meant it, no. He has a realization of his connections to extraterrestrial energies and was expressing some of that to you.
Okay, I had felt that because we had that money about abundance and everything, and I had done the work, I felt that was sort of, at the time, like you had sent them almost for my abundancy.
I didn't send him. You attracted that so you could have a representation and a reflection that at that moment you were working in a state of being that was more conducive and more aligned with your true self and your connections to extraterrestrial sources as well.
Okay, so now why would that pop into my mind when I was sitting here last night?
Gosh, I don't know. Maybe because you're in the presence of an extraterrestrial?
Well, yeah. But I would just thought maybe there'd be more of a connection than he thought, his own connections as to what that was for me other than, so it was the abundance part.
Yes.
Okay.
And also the alignment part and the ability, when you are aligned that way, to experience and attract more things that will reflect that and remind you of that so that you use them as markers to know that you're in the proper state at that moment when that happens.
Okay. And I also felt that I got information for you about a download, that you would be downloading me with some information.
And we have from time to time done that.
Okay, that was last night. I got a telepathic communication
Yes.
with you. Okay. And I thought maybe that was about the grays. The gray.
Some of it was connected to that, but it goes beyond that.
Okay, so.
But we're certainly not going to talk about it in public.
No, I know we can't talk about it in public.
All right.
But that was the message to me, that you would download me with some information
Yes, and
about
we
it.
did.
Okay, very good. The other thing I wanted to, about the higher self.
Yes.
I've been talking to my higher self for 30 years.
Yes,
His name is Armandi.
if you say so.
Well, yeah. And so I see Armandi. He's male. And I
Please understand the higher self is non-physical.
Yeah,
it isn't
I know
one
that.
thing or another, but it will represent itself with a vibration that works for you symbolically. So what you're describing is the representation that the higher mind is giving you to work with. It doesn't mean the higher mind itself is male.
okay. He just represents himself as male.
Yes, because it's what you will work with more easily.
Okay. And they are. It's non-physical. Okay.
Yes.
But are they autonomous unto himself, a higher self?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering. They're actually
Every
separate.
form and expression of consciousness is autonomous unto itself.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
There you go.
Love you, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
So I was here in February, earlier this year, and one of the things there was something that you mentioned to me during one of the questions and answers I had the opportunity to speak with, and just wanted to quickly touch base on that. As a result of that, I'm in the process of going through some life changes that are very exciting at the moment.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I mean, there've been a lot of quitting my job and moving to the Amazon jungle.
Oh, all right. How
with various
exciting.
shamanistic practices. Yeah, very exciting. So thank you very much.
Yes, well, you did it. So thank you very much.
Thank you. One of the things that you quickly talked about near the end of my Q&A was that I had hybrid children.
Yes.
I was wondering if you'd be able to elaborate on that a little bit.
In what direction?
Are there any of them that would like to connect with me at this time? And is there anything that you could give me in relation?
There may be, but it's not going to happen in this particular moment in the way that you're talking about. They're always available to be connected with, and you can do that yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is there any guidance that you can provide as to how I can connect with them, certain signature frequencies that I can...
Well, you understand the formula we've given all of you, yes?
Yeah.
Because what happens when you act on your passion? You raise your frequency. What happens when you raise your frequency? You become a better antenna and a better receiver of higher frequency information and communication.
Okay.
That's why we give you the formula, because it contains every answer you need for all the things that you desire to connect to that are relevant for you to experience in your life. We don't leave anything out. It's completely self-contained. Just follow the formula, and everything that needs to unfold, and every appointment you've made, and every agreement you've made, and every communication you need to have from whomever will happen in perfect timing if you simply continue to raise your frequency by following the formula of acting on your passion to the best you can, with no insistence or assumption of the outcome, and remaining in a positive state no matter what happens. Mm-hmm. That's it. We can't make it any simpler for you. It's that simple. Just follow the formula. Everything that needs to happen that will fulfill you and serve you will happen in perfect timing.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Just keep moving.
Okay. On that note as well, just with the channeling, that's something I've been working with, and being able to connect with certain frequencies and matching that within my own body. And I've also been using DMT to supplement as well, as a way of amplifying that connection, which I found to be a powerful permission slip for me.
All right.
Is there any advice or any guidance that you can give for me, or any alteration that I can make that may...
Well, again, as we have said, there are teachers, such as the idea of the DMT and other substances that the earth itself provides as teachers. But at a certain point, you come to realize that what you're learning is to get into that state on your own without the teacher, so that you can graduate and not allow the teacher to become a crutch. Mm-hmm. Yes?
Yeah, that's what I found. The more I'm able to get into that state, the less I need that sort of teacher. But then it's teaching me to reach
Yes.
certain other levels that I'm then able to match as well.
Again, pay attention. It will not always necessarily feel the same as it did before, but you have to know you're in the proper state. And as we have reminded many of you, the trick to this is to remember the physics of it. The physics being, you cannot experience what you're not the vibration of first. So to even remember what it was like to have been in that state means you're in the state. Because if you're not in the state, you wouldn't be able to remember what it was like to be in the state. So as soon as you remember, oh yes, I remember what it felt like to be in that state, you're in the state. You have to be in the state to have the memory.
Yeah.
Make sense?
Does it?
That's the trick. So realize that, and you will simply be in the state automatically anytime you remember what it was like to be in the state.
Awesome.
Yes?
Yep,
Does that help?
it does indeed.
And?
So when I'm having sort of my own DMT ceremonies, I'm connecting with certain frequencies, certain beings, and there's
Yes.
been mention of jesters, machine elves in certain types of circles.
Interesting labels for certain kinds of levels of consciousness that you may encounter, because the DMT has very specific frequency levels, each of which represents a different domain, a different realm, and a different ability and a different level to communicate with different levels of consciousness. Very specific layers within the DMT frequencies will connect you to very specific domains with very specific inhabitants.
Okay. Is there any way that I can more consciously choose to match certain frequencies that will then allow me to assist me in... Actually, sorry, scratch that question.
Let me see. There's this thing I've heard about called following your passion. Maybe that might help.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it just came into my thought at the moment. One of the things I did want to ask you is more verbal channeling. So as I'm connected with these energies, I'm finding the energies more forming into my mouth. And
If you wish to verbal channel, one of the easiest ways to do it is to be surrounded by people who are asking questions they really need to know the answer to.
Okay.
Because then they act as a circuit that pulls the information through you into them and grounds it in them. Because if the information is just coming into you for you, it doesn't need to go anywhere, and you don't really need to fully get into that state. But if others are asking a question, then in a sense you can get out of the way and just let it flow through you like electricity grounding into a circuit.
Got it. Okay.
So practice that and you will get better at it.
Right. Okay. So at the moment, it's more just sort of baby gurgles or something. It's like the
You
energy
can
is trying
start
to...
however you need to start and know that whatever comes through at that moment is appropriate and it is perfectly fine. Don't worry about looking foolish or crazy or sounding like it doesn't make sense. Just keep practicing like anything and you will get better at it.
Okay. Awesome.
Does that help?
It does, yeah. Is there anything else that...
Enjoy your journey to the Amazon.
Awesome.
You will find something there that will also amplify your ability to connect to the hybrid children.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Bashar.
You are
Love
welcome.
you.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day. All right, let us continue the transmission in the following way. Allow yourselves to relax, become very comfortable, let go of the concerns of the day. Adjust your bodies and allow yourselves to focus on the holotope before you, and allow your lights to dim, allow your music to rise, and let go. Let yourselves begin to drift freely, gently, easily. Allow yourselves now to know that you are altering in a way that will allow for more awareness, more consciousness in your manifestation mechanism, manifestation space, the first belief, the collective consciousness and unconsciousness, the consensus reality. And as you become more aware of that first belief that says, this is real, this is real, this is real, that will become more conscious within you. And as it does, you will remember and remember and remember that because you need to say this is real, that means it's not. So you will allow yourselves, as this energy flows within you, fluidly, not only through your neurological net, but through very arteries, veins, cellular structure, all the things that make up the projection of a body in physical reality, and the physical mind with its beliefs and its emotions, its thoughts and behaviors. As you allow all this to sink in, to flow along those arteries, veins, nerves, conduits that carry the vibration of the life force within you, allow yourself to become more aware of that echo. This is real. This is real. This is real. And with every echo, you are reminded, it is not, it is not, it is not. Thus beginning to form the balancing act, the balanced state of being, where you allow yourself to flicker back and forth at whatever rate is appropriate for you, at whatever rate of frequency allows this to work for you. It will happen automatically, just allow it. You don't have to make it, just allow it. As it flickers back and forth, this is real, it is not. This is real, it is not. This is real, it is not. You begin to achieve that quasi-physical state in your consciousness, where you both know that it is real as an experience, while simultaneously also knowing it is your projection, it is your creation, and thus not real unto itself. This is real, it is not. This is real, it is not. This is real, it is not. The first belief reflects that this is real, reinforces that this is real, amplifies and magnifies that this is real. The higher mind tells you it is not. It is not. It is not. And thus, as you achieve this balance between the first belief and the higher mind, it allows you to function with more consciousness, more awareness, more intention, in a way that will allow you to begin to experience the fluidity of the physical reality, the malleability, the flexibility. It will flow like the blood flows through your veins, like the life force flows through your cells, like electricity flows through your nerves. It will flow. And your energy field and your physical body will begin to break down the barrier between the two, so that you begin to sense that the physical is energy, and that energy can be solid. And you begin to allow your consciousness in this manifestation space to experience the realm your physicists call the quantum, where you have both particle and wave, energy and matter, real and not, real and not, real and not. The first belief in the higher mind, in an orchestration, in a ballet, back and forth, back and forth, spinning around each other with a common center of gravity. This is real. It is not. This is real. It is not. This is real. It is not. Allow yourselves to absorb this now through light and sound, in whatever language will work for you and your neurological net, so that your brain, your neurology may be rewired to be a more efficient conduit and conductor of this understanding, of this concept, of this principle, of the first belief. And allow more awareness that every single time the first belief tells you that physical reality is real, you become aware that the fact that it has to tell you that means that it's not. And you achieve the balance point of understanding that you chose this experience at this time to begin to soften the concept of what is real and what is physical and what is not, what is energy, what is particle, what is wave, and what is not. And more you find yourself in this balance point of awareness, this balance point of consciousness. You become the crucible in which you can melt down all your ideas and preconceived notions of physical reality and let it recrystallize in new ways, new arrangements, new reflections, new experiences. But you will experience them with a higher level of consciousness, knowing it is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. Let the realities pass through you and by you and around you and over you and under you and through you. For it is real as an experience, but as a thing, it is not. No more substantial than the reflection of light from a mirror. It may take many forms and reflect many things that may seem very solid and very real, but this is simply the first belief. It is real and it is not. It is illusion that gives you an opportunity for a real experience, so you may learn, so you may grow, so you may expand and become more self-aware. For self-awareness is consciousness. Consciousness is self-awareness. For there is no awareness of the self without awareness of the reflection, of the other, that gives rise to the difference between the other and the self. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. You are manifesting yourself constantly every moment. You are a manifestation of your consciousness. Your physical body is a manifestation of your consciousness, your self-awareness, your identity, your perspective of all that is, as all that is, experiencing itself as a part of all that is. And that is real, and it is not. And that is real, and it is not. And that is real, and it is not. Float now freely in the in-between, in the neutral space between the polarities. Allow yourself now the opportunity to integrate the balance of these concepts within you so that the first belief and the higher mind may work in concert in a dance with their gravitational centers spinning around one another to give you the opportunity to more consciously recognize the manifestation that you are and the manifestation you can become when you know, when you are aware that physical reality is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. Just drink it in, float freely, easily, calmly, effortlessly, beautifully, gracefully, creatively, lovingly, energetically, vibrantly, peacefully. Float freely in the dream. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take a deep breath in and let it out. Take a deep breath in and hold it, and hold it, and hold it, and blow it out. And that wind is the wind of change, the wind that flows through the manifestation space, that reflects back to the first belief. Allow yourselves to drift in the dream. Allow yourselves to be who you truly are. Continue to just breathe deeply, gently, effortlessly. Let go of that which is not you, of that which weighs you down, of that which creates resistance to your natural self. Let it go. It may seem real, but it is not. It is real as an experience only, but not as a thing unto itself. It is real as long as you believe that it is. And when you realize that, then it is not. As your lights dim and your music softens, continue to float in a gentle void, in a gentle dream. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. It is real and it is not. Welcome home. Our unconditional love to you all and deep appreciation. Sweet dreams. Good day. I will say, let us continue this transmission with the continuance of your dialogues and questions, if you wish.
Hello, beloved Bashar.
Andrew, you good day. Just making sure you're all still awake. Speak up.
Okay. I have two questions. The first question is, given that we are all connected and one energy,
Yes.
all that is,
Yes.
do we have the ability to tap into another aspect of creation and perceive from that other aspect.
Yes, if it is relevant for the life you have chosen, to be able to do so.
So it's a way that we can literally, just as you were saying, you don't have a memory, you just get what you need when
Yes.
you need it.
Yes.
It's a way to actually do that.
That is one way, yes.
Okay.
Was that sufficient?
Yes.
All right.
Now let me remember what my other question was.
Well, you should know it when you need to know it.
Exactly. Exactly.
Do you know it?
I don't think I do. I think maybe that's good enough.
Are you sure?
Yes. Yes.
All right.
All right.
Up to you.
All right.
All right, thank you.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
My question for you is that in December of 2000, I was in Sedona and I had a very impactful experience. And while it was a lot of energy and light, it felt clear to me that it was alien in nature.
Oh, all right.
And I was impacted energetically and physically for weeks afterwards.
Yes.
My question is, you've said that your ship is above Sedona.
It is. I'm not the only one, but mine is too.
Thank you. And can you share with me if this was your people and what the purpose of this experience might have been?
The Sedona vortex is a very good reflective dimensional energy window or mirror to help magnify or amplify whatever it is your intentional focus is about. So if you brought in the intention to upgrade your frequency, upgrade your perspective and your energy, you were given an opportunity to become sensitive enough to pick up on the energy that is always being sent to all of you from very high dimensional levels, but which you're not always capable of perceiving. But if you upgrade yourself sufficiently, fine-tune your senses sufficiently to be able to do so, then you can receive the kind of an experience that you had.
So this was not necessarily from any particular alien group, but just the vortex itself?
No, what we're saying is the vortex is utilized that way to amplify, focus, and magnify the energy not only of the natural vortex, but of any connections you may have. Therefore, those on the other end may be very aware of the fact that they are also intentionalizing your experience from their point of view, but at the same time, it's a co-creation.
I see. Do you know who it was that may have been in contact with me through the vortex?
You are connected very strongly to the hybrid race known as the Yael.
The IL.
Yes.
Could you say a little bit about what my connection with them might be?
Well, you have a counterpart in their society.
And this counterpart, does he have a purpose in that society?
She does.
She does. Can you share with me a little bit about who she is?
Well, it has to do with the agenda to ultimately allow the hybrid children that are eventually going to live among you on Earth to begin to acclimate to your society a little bit more.
I'm not sure what to do with that.
You can put it in your pipe and smoke it.
I probably will.
All right. I figured you might.
Is there any way that I can make use of that information in my life presently?
Of course there is. When you consider the idea we have shared with you, what kind of a feeling or state of being comes over you? When you think of her, when you think of that connection, when you think even back to the experience that you had, that's an indication of a state of being that is more representative of a more aligned version of you. And in using that as a symbol, as a reminder of what state of being to come from in every action that you take, that can assist you in your life in that way to allow you to be more efficient in your application of that energy in the direction of the things that excite you. Yes?
Well, in that moment in 2000 in Sedona, it was a very bright, overwhelming.
Yes, I understand. It doesn't mean that you have to absolutely recreate in the same way that experience, because you are a different person now. You will not necessarily experience it the same way. But every time you think back to that experience and remember what it felt like, you are in that energy. In fact, as we have often said, the trick of this situation is that you actually have to be in that state to even remember that it happened. So once you remember it happened, you're already in that state. Even if it feels different than it did before, you're in the version of that state that is now relevant for the person you are at this moment. Know that and come from that state in all that you do, and your life will be experienced more synchronistically. Does that make sense? More smoking?
It does. I'm definitely going to need to listen to this recording.
If you say so. I wouldn't suggest that you smoke the recording.
No. I won't. Well, that kind of leads into my second question.
Yes.
Which is that, and this is a less formed question, it's a little vulnerable. A
little vulnerable?
It feels vulnerable.
Well,
yes.
Does that mean weakness or strength?
Strength.
Thank you.
I'm 45, and
you're a whippersnapper.
Thank you. And I really feel that deep evolutionary partnership has really eluded me thus far in my life, and it's something that's been a real missing, and it's something that I haven't fully understood.
Yes.
What is in the way?
Maybe nothing. Maybe your assumption that you need that is in the way.
Maybe.
So the idea is fulfill yourself and then allow, not make, not force, not need, allow the reflection to come of the fulfillment you have created within yourself.
I agree.
Understand?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Does my connection with this female counterpart have anything to do with my relationships in this reality?
It does. And you can use it that way to create an energy state within yourself that is a more appropriate reflection of what it is you would be able to attract.
Is there a particular practice that would serve that?
I already gave it to you.
Right.
Anytime you remember the experience you had, you're in the proper state. Be in the here and now with that and act from that state on all the things that are representative of your preserved self. Yes?
Yes.
All right. Does that help?
I think so.
And again, remember, any kind of practice is a permission slip, which you have the imagination to create for yourself, because the ones that seem most exciting in your imagination, any kind of ritual, technique, or tool that your imagination comes up with, is a direct line of communication to your higher mind telling you that the reason that you're attracted to think of it this way is because this is what would work with your belief system right now. Yes. So you have the ability to invent your own permission slips, remembering, of course, all the time that you are your primary permission slip.
Yes.
Because the permission slips aren't really doing anything for you except allowing you to believe that they are, which allows you to actually do what you need to do. Does that make sense?
I think so.
All right. Yes?
The last question I have is simply, you spoke about how there are billions of realities happening simultaneously.
Well, there's an infinite number of realities happening simultaneously. The billions was a reference to the idea of how many parallel realities your consciousness is passing through per second to create the illusion of time.
Okay. So if time is an illusion...
Yes. It's a real experience.
Right.
But mechanically, it's an illusion.
Yes. What is all of that contained inside of?
Nothing.
Then what allows it to exist?
Everything.
All of the...
Remember, the idea you are speaking of, the question you are asking, what allows it to exist, is a question within existence.
Yes.
Existence is not subject to time. Time is subject to existence. So the questions of what allows it simply goes back to existence is what is. Nothing allows it. It just is. That's its nature, that's its quality, that's its property. It doesn't need to be allowed to do anything. It is that which allows for everything.
And so inside of all of that,
There is no real inside, but we understand what you mean.
within, yes.
There's no within, but
got
we
it.
understand what you mean. There's no inside, there's no outside.
Okay.
It just is. Remember, the discussions of these things are being discussed in linear space-time language.
Yes.
The truth of it is, there's really nothing there to discuss. There's nothing that can be discussed. You can discuss the symbols of it, but not the thing itself, because the thing itself just is. Doesn't require any discussion. It just is. Is this making some sense?
Yes.
And so is there still a question?
There are multiple races
Are you talking about on Earth? Or throughout creation?
throughout creation.
Yes, of course.
And, for example, your race
Yes.
are there higher dimensional alien beings who are helping to guide your race?
Absolutely. One of our primary guides is the non-physical consciousness associated with the star system of Sirius.
And they're helping you evolve.
Absolutely. Just as someone is helping them, just as someone is helping them, just as someone is helping them, and on and on and on and on and on and on and on, forever.
So,
There is no end to it.
well, I'm done. Thank you.
Oh, all right. I guess there was an end to that.
Hi, Bashar.
And a you good day.
I wanted to ask some questions about history on Earth.
Yes.
But my first question, since everything is in the present,
Yes.
what is history?
History, again, is simply your perception of another existing now, but from a linear space-time perspective, which allows you to perceive it as if it was in the past. But all of that exists right now. Just look at it as a pile of alternate realities all coexisting simultaneously that you decide to focus on in such a linear way that it makes it look like one thing caused another, but they are actually completely disassociated from one another, completely. You're the one creating the continuity you call your history. And of course, remember, when you change who you are as a person and you change the reality you live in, you're changing your history as well. You may not always know that you have changed your history. Because if you are really creating a continuity of a reality and a new history that goes with it, the new history that goes with it will more likely than not, with a few exceptions, make itself appear to be the only history you've had in order to form a foundation for the reality that you're now experiencing. So 5 minutes ago, you may have had, literally, collectively, a completely different history, but you won't remember that because what you think of as history right now will seem to be the only history you've ever had. Is this making some sense?
Okay, yes. I'm going to have to get the tape too.
All right.
The question I had about the history of religion,
Yes.
and gods and philosophy.
Yes.
Like, I know in ancient Egypt there were many gods, and then
Well, there were many representations of the idea of all that is, yes.
Okay, so in Africa also, like,
Yes.
there's,
Well, they're all true because you cannot imagine something that is not part of all that is. So anyone who wants to say, well, this is a representation of God and this is a representation of God, both are correct.
okay,
There's no contradiction there.
okay. So when in Buddhism they talk about the gods of the sun, and
Yes.
the moon, and the stars.
But again, you are creating representations, interpretations in your linear understanding of symbols that work for you to represent the vibrational energy of an aspect of creation that you're calling a god. It's just language.
Oh, okay. And these exist
They all
within-
exist.
within ourselves also, because we're all one, right?
They exist,
Within.
yes. Again,
the-
everything exists within, just to use that word again, because there really is no without.
Thank you, Bashar.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Just one more thing I wanted to say. This
Yes.
voice challenge that I've been having for many years, I feel like through breath work, I'm learning more to heal it
All right.
through my breath.
Then good luck on your process and congratulations for your challenges.
Okay. Thank you, Bashar.
Our love to you. Of course, there really is no luck. It's just the choices that you make.
Hi, Bashar.
And you good day.
I just want to say on behalf of everyone that can't be here in person from Australia, New Zealand, and everywhere else, thank you.
All right.
You've made a difference to so many people's lives.
We thank you.
My excitement is to be a guide and a teacher and an acclimator for the hybrid children making their way to the earth to blend and to learn. And
All right.
what I can actually act on now is to prepare myself and
All right.
to understand what are their challenges going to be when they're here. They've got such technology, or I assume, to know so many things, but I heard you say before that even just understanding how does the postage system work, simple things like that,
Yes,
might be
well,
relevant.
even people on your planet have difficulty with that. You must understand that even though they are in many ways highly advanced, you are truly an alien culture to them. Therefore, some of the things you do that you take for granted because you've been raised to take them for granted seem extremely unusual to them. Such simple things as, why do you eat food on a plate? Why do you need a fork? Can't you just eat it with your hands? You can, sometimes, but other times it's considered rude. Well, that's very confusing to them because it sounds contradictory. Well, when do you know if it's rude? And what is rude anyway? Do you understand
Yes,
how
I do.
this can get very complex for them? They really are very alien to you in terms of your culture. Therefore, they need a lot of acclimation, a lot of guidance, a lot of training. That's why some of the ones that have actually progressed a little bit farther than others are actually temporarily living among you because they have learned enough to see if they actually fit in. Sometimes you will recognize them, sometimes you won't. Some of them actually have apartments.
Okay.
They are procured for them by those who oversee them, which is another hybrid race altogether, and act as their guides and act as, in a sense, their protectors on Earth. They acquire things for them because they have more familiarity with what's going on your planet and help them learn how to go through what would be considered a typical daily life on your planet. Now, that doesn't mean that they have to do everything that you do, because certainly they have their own culture as well. And some of that will blend into your society over time, which is the beginning of the creation of the sixth hybrid race on your planet. Nevertheless, they don't really want to stand out that much from you. They want to be accepted as family. They want to accept you as family. And so they are doing their best to sort of meet you halfway. But there will be some unusual things about them that you will enjoy.
In terms of meeting them halfway, I understand that there might be some eating habits and a whole bunch of things that we do that might be a bit disgusting even, I think. This is a word you've used before. In terms of their tolerance and their patience and their willingness to fit into our way of being, how can I meet them halfway? Are there certain things that we can change about ourselves, like yourself is trained as a first contact specialist to ease the path?
Yes.
Is there certain things I can do to change myself to kind of meet them halfway?
Well, again, it all comes down to acting on your highest joy to the best of your ability with no insistence on a particular outcome, because that increases your frequency to the point where you are capable of receiving the imaginations and the inspirations to do what you need to do, because you're already existing on that level, you already have that intention, and therefore the ideas will come. It's important for you to understand that every single circumstance, every single situation actually has, though not a built-in meaning, a built-in structure. So when you go about manifesting and creating with your imagination, your creativity, a circumstance, an idea, a situation, an opportunity, there is a built-in structure that then can automatically unfold. You don't have to do that much once you have used your creativity to set up a certain circumstance. The structure that's inherent within it will allow that to flow into your reality along that structural guide path, and it will fit as it needs to fit naturally. So you don't have to do so much engineering. You just have to sort of creatively make space by creating the fundamental circumstance or situation that's even sometimes just symbolically representative of a reality. In other words, mock it up.
Got it.
Physically mock up what you think it would look like. The closer you can get to what you perceive as an actual physical reality version of it, again, not that you have to insist it must look that way, but the closer you can ground your vision into actual physical action, even if you are, in a sense, mocking it up, creating a simulation, that does carry a certain vibratory frequency to your mind. And when you create that vibratory frequency and immerse yourself in what you might call a real physical virtual reality representation of an idea, then your body consciousness starts to actually respond to it as if it is actually real. Remember, when your brain perceives that the information you're receiving is actually real, it retains up to 60 to 70% more of the information than when it knows, in a sense, that it's a simulation. So the more real you can make it, putting things where you believe they would be, interacting with physical things in the way you believe you would be interacting with things should they happen that way, the more you are training your body consciousness to get used to that reality, and the more it goes into alignment with that imagination vibration, and it starts to synchronize, and it more synchronistically can manifest a reality that is at least somewhat symbolically representative, at least very closely, to what it is you have mocked up. So that's one way to do it. Does this help?
That's perfect, thank you.
Does this sound like fun?
It already is fun. It's
All right.
amazing. You've talked about the economic system, potentially the future of an individual's worth being valued rather than a
Yes.
currency transaction.
Eventually.
I didn't quite understand what that means. Obviously, like teachers in Australia anyway are quite, in my belief system, undervalued. They're paid less.
Yes.
I don't understand what you mean by the worth of the individual will be valued instead of monetary.
What is the value of someone being able to teach you something that you truly need in life to accomplish what you wish? What is that value?
It's priceless in my estimation.
Exactly. So when everyone is priceless, you'll all be abundant. You'll all have the ability to share whatever it is you need to share and receive whatever it is you need to receive because of the synchronicity that will then be paramount in bringing together those that need what others have and vice versa.
I understand. Okay.
Does that make sense?
So the synchronicity will be much more present, and people will give and receive as they need, and it's less.
Synchronicity will be the currency.
Got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
One last question.
Yes.
In Australia, I understand that Ayers Rock or Uluru is a chakra or a strong vortices. Is there others strong vortices on the east coast of Australia?
Yes, what about it?
What are the locations of what they? Where
The
would they be?
major one is what you call Ayers Rock, yes.
Other than that, on the east coast, so Byron Bay or Sydney or Melbourne, are there other strong vortices?
Of course there
aside
are.
from
There
that
are
one?
many. But the primary one is in the center.
Okay, right.
The others take their cue from that.
Okay.
Yes?
Thanks, Bashar.
Thank you.
Much love.
And to you.
Hello.
And to you, good day.
This might sound kind of silly.
Oh, all right. Let's
But-
hope so.
Okay, good. since I've just thought of saying this to you
Yes.
for some time.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I really appreciate when you take the letter H from the end of the word earth in the
Yes.
English language, and put it at the beginning.
Yes.
It makes the word heart.
Yes.
And I really appreciate that.
Well, I thank you for appreciating that. There are many, many lessons to be learned in the structure of your language. When you play with it, you will see how you may have even unconsciously put a lot of knowledge and a lot of wisdom built into the language itself if you just know how to look at it a little differently.
Like the word friendship.
Yes. Like many different kinds of words. But if you play with it, with your imagination, you find all sorts of insights and awarenesses that are built into the structure of the language that are there ready to be discovered.
Sweet.
Yes.
Another thing, a few years ago, I got really sick.
Yes.
And I found myself mumbling a word.
Yes.
And it sounded really interesting. So I looked it up.
Yes.
And it turns out to be a location.
Which is what?
Tikal.
Yes, Tikal, yes.
Why would I get that?
Because you have connections to that era, that idea is what you classically call a past life connection.
Oh.
And so you're drawing upon that for the wisdom and the knowledge that you need for certain things in your life, in the exploration of your theme.
Cool.
So investigate it however you are curious to do so.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Can I ask one more question?
That was a question.
Okay. My older brother used to sleepwalk.
Yes.
And he would actually come out of his room with his eyes wide open. I didn't know
Yes.
he was sleepwalking.
Yes.
And have a full conversation.
Yes.
And it felt like it was I talking to someone, a different being?
Well, you were talking to a different aspect of his being.
Okay. It was weird.
If you say so.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Thank you so very much.
You are welcome.
Take care.
Okay. Where should I take it?
Hello, Bashar.
And you good day.
Thank you so much for always information. It helps me a lot.
All right. Thank you for making the information your own so that you can help yourself.
Okay. I have a question. Do you know about tachyon energy?
Yes,
in the
we
universe?
understand. Many of the people on your planet that think they're using tachyon energy are not really doing it in a way that makes much difference. The technology to tap into the idea of tachyon energy is quite different than what many people on your planet are doing. Now, it doesn't mean you can't access tachyon energy yourself. So what they're really doing is simply creating a permission slip that allows you personally on a biological level to open up to using tachyon energy more efficiently. But the devices themselves are not really a technology that takes advantage of processing tachyon energy. They're permission slips that gives you more permission to use the tachyon energy yourself.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes.
And I saw the picture, it calls light mandala, and that's a machine using crystal and light.
Yes.
And put some patterns on the skin.
Again, this is another permission slip.
Right.
You understand this concept, yes?
Yes, I understand that.
So use whatever permission slip you believe works for
Okay.
you.
Thank you so
It's
much.
as simple as that.
Right. Okay. And yesterday,
Yes.
one of my best friend
Yes.
passed away.
Oh, all right.
Right after that,
Yes.
I felt like he chose to leave this earth, and then he's still enjoying his journey, even though he passed away.
Well, of course he is enjoying his journey.
Right.
And the timing of these things is usually because then it turns your attention toward the spirit world to pull you along up the ladder to increase your vibration because you wish to reach out to that person. So it expands your senses And you can learn to still communicate with them. Just because they're in spirit doesn't mean they're not still part of your life. It doesn't mean you can't learn to communicate with them. So now your attention is turned toward the idea of the spirit realm, and you can allow yourself to let that energy into your system so that you can become more sensitive to communications from your friend and from the spirit level.
Okay.
This is often why people will die at certain times, to bring your attention forward into the spirit world, because it helps you. It helps you on your journey.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
Okay. And then
Yes?
I am dancer.
Yes?
I've been working many years as a dancer.
Is this your excitement? Or at
Yes.
least one expression of it? Yes? This is one expression of your excitement?
Yes.
All right.
Yes. And I'm following my passion.
Yes? And so?
And so many synchronicity happens.
Yes, of course. That's what happens when you follow your passion.
Yes.
Synchronicity increases.
Yes. And
Yes?
I just want to share my experience. Like
Yes?
before, I couldn't imagine I can eat and live and,
Yes.
being dancing, being artist.
now
and
you
doing-
can.
Yes.
Yes, well, thank you.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome. Thank you so much. It is important to understand that being yourself works. The most difficult thing you can possibly do in your life is try to be someone you're not. So stop resisting who you are. Let life work. Allow it to work. Isn't that right, Nania?
How did you know?
What do you mean, how did I know? I know because I let life work.
Oh, that's a little spooky.
Oh, spooky Bashar. All right. Well, it is approaching your Halloween. So time to be a little bit spooky.
Well,
Ooh,
I have to admit, sometimes I'm haunted by you.
aliens. Oh, wait. Alien ghosts. Even spookier.
You're so funny.
Oh, wait. Funny alien ghosts. All right, not so spooky.
Yeah, spooky funny.
Oh, all right. More spoofy.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
So we have some Ustream questions.
Yes.
How do I stay calm during a contact experience? Yikes.
When you are in the proper state, calmness will be automatic. It'll be part of the experience because you will be ready, truly ready. So it's built in.
So how about all the people that get like freaked out and they run away?
They're not ready.
Oh, I see. So there's nothing you can do to stay calm? I mean...
Yes, be in the proper state. And you already all know how to get into the proper state.
Go to Arizona?
Like father, like daughter. Now who's being spoofy? And by the way,
Yes?
yes. That's one of the states because that's the state our ship is above.
That's right. In fact, somebody wanted to know how many miles above are you these days?
853. You want me to go back up?
Well, that's a good sign, isn't it?
If you say so.
Yes, it's a good sign.
Thank you.
Let's just see what else we have here. Do your people breathe in the same way that we do?
Sort of. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Although we take in more oxygen and accelerate the energy in the oxygen in a very different way than you do. It creates a much stronger electromagnetic field around our bodies. And the electromagnetic field is partly how we breathe. You too, but you don't know that yet.
Would your physiology seem really alien to us?
It would seem a bit unusual. Because remember, we do not eat, we do not sleep. Therefore, we don't really have the same internal configurations anymore that we used to. Therefore, we are evolving, as we say, into quasi-physical beings who don't necessarily express many of the same physiological functions and therefore have no need to experience the idea of the way you experience your bodies. We used to, but no longer.
But some of the others, like the Yael, their bodies would be more physiologically similar to ours? Or
Some of them, not all of them.
the hybrids?
The hybrid children certainly will be more similar to you.
Okay.
Hence their ability to live among you more easily.
Someone else wanted to know, do the hybrid children cry?
Some have been known to.
So unlike your species, they actually can feel sadness.
Yes.
And
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
does that mean like all their markers aren't turned on then?
In a sense, but you must understand they have slightly different markers. They are still a different species. And they process things in a slightly different way. And the reasons they may cry are not necessarily aligned with all the same reasons in which you may cry.
That's right, because when your children never cry, right?
No.
But the physiological release
Yes.
is a positive behavior, wouldn't you say? Or
Within
is
the
it
hybrid children, yes, but it's unnecessary
for
within
yours?
ours.
Okay, so for them, like we also cry when we laugh really hard too.
Yes.
So it's a very potent part of our physiological
Yes,
change.
but we experience it differently. Again, it has to do with vibrations in our electromagnetic field.
Yeah, I mean, but as far as like the hybrid children.
Well, a little bit, yes, but they're
Okay.
more like you.
So,
They will still have expressions you will recognize as human emotions to some degree.
oh, well, they seem more muted than ours or more
Depends.
neutral.
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
Okay.
It depends.
All right, well, we'll just keep on moving along here.
Yes.
And how many civilizations live in our universe? And
In the
our
universe?
I just read the questions.
We are aware. We are aware. Now, this doesn't mean we've met them all. We are aware through communications of approximately 65 million civilizations. Now, this encompasses many different galaxies and many different communications with many different species who themselves may or may not have met some of these other civilizations. So that is what we are aware of at this moment. Of course, there are obviously many, 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 many more.
Yeah, it's kind of like the ocean. It's just filled with life, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. And of course, it also depends on what you mean by a civilization, because there are many interpretations of that idea. But we have given you a number that is at least representative of something that is close to what you would also somewhat recognize as a civilization of sorts. So that number represents something that you would be somewhat familiar with or capable of recognizing as such. There are many, many quote-unquote civilizations you wouldn't even recognize as civilizations.
It's quite a universe.
And it's not the only universe. There is a
Right,
multiverse.
there's a multiverse, yeah. Like, there's a lot of
So,
stuff.
the true answer, in a sense, therefore, would be actually there are an infinite number
Right.
of civilizations. But that wouldn't necessarily give you a practical understanding of what might be local, so to speak.
So another person wanted to know, will you and your team be part of the first contact crew to come?
No. The Sasani people will be the third hybrid civilization you will meet, not the first. The Yael are the first hybrid civilization, which doesn't mean they're the first civilization, just the first hybrid civilization to make open contact with you, but we will be the third.
And then on another topic, someone asked, is the chance of a female president still 88%?
Give or take. Yes, give or take.
Okay. And probably lastly,
yes,
where does writer's block come from, and how can a person overcome it?
Writer's block comes from inflexibility with what's happening and assumption and expectation of what needs to happen instead of exploring why the writer's block is there. Because it isn't really a block, it's an arrow pointing in an unexpected direction. And if nothing else, if you experience what you call writer's block, write about the writer's block and then you won't be blocked.
That's very clever.
We have been known to be so from time to time.
Yes, you have.
Is it time for your break and your holotope?
Well, could someone tell me what time it is right now? Oh, so actually, we have about 20 minutes left. If you're up
you have
for
about
it.
15.
Okay, so how many names would you like me to pull?
You may pull one at the moment.
All right. Maria Turnout. Yes.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you.
Making sure you're all awake. Good morning.
A couple of years ago now, it was an extraordinary night. It was just so beautiful. I was enjoying myself immensely. I'm driving over the hill down into the valley here in California, top down, and I look up.
Your top was down?
My top, my convertible.
You said you were enjoying yourself immensely.
My convertible.
Oh, all right.
And I look up.
You have a convertible top. What does it change into?
A convertible car.
Oh, all right.
Yes. I look up.
Yes.
And there's two massive globes in the sky. And I'm saying to my friend that was sitting beside me, look, look, look. And nobody seemed to see it. And I'm looking up, and they're zipping up and down and around. And, and then as I'm saying, look, shoom, they shoot straight up and disappear.
Yes.
And
this is quite common.
And but that week, I became very almost ill, and I very seldom become ill.
Because you were processing higher level energies and weren't used to that yet. You had to stretch to accommodate them and get used to that frequency. There was some resistance just because of the way that you're used to thinking of these things. You just had to let go of the old paradigm, that's all. It helped stretch you out.
Okay. And in helping me stretch out, how did that change me?
It opened up new paths for you to expand your senses and act more in alignment with your true frequency.
Okay.
And so, what are you doing with that experience?
A whole lot more research.
Into?
Higher dimensions, I guess.
All right.
Becoming more.
Is that fun?
Oh, it's tons of fun.
All right. So it inspired you.
Yes, very much.
To go more deeply into that subject, yes?
Yes.
Well, that's exactly what happened for the channel. So look where you could wind up.
So
maybe, maybe not.
Because energy runs both ways.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes. It's hyperconductive, not just superconductive. Goes in a multitude of directions simultaneously.
Oh.
Okay.
So when I see them again,
if you do,
I did a couple of weeks later.
When you saw them again.
When I saw them again,
yes.
I was lying under a tree looking up at a meditation
what lies
retreat.
Were you telling?
I was enjoying myself, lying in the grass underneath a tree.
There she goes enjoying herself immensely.
I do. And I look up, and the two of them zipped across the sky again.
Yes.
And it was, I had just been meditating.
Yes. So
is that confirmation?
Well, again, the idea is that you allowed your frequency to allow your senses to perceive what to most people are invisible, because you're expanding your senses. If that's the experience you had, that's what it represents.
So just keep doing what I'm doing.
Just keep acting on your highest excitement, and your senses will keep expanding appropriately.
And
Yes.
related to that, maybe,
Yes.
maybe not.
Yes, yes, yes.
When I take pictures with different cameras,
Yes.
this small green kind of orb.
Sometimes your technology can pick up on interdimensional kinds of other energies.
So
it can be representative of a spirit, it can be representative of a probe, it can be representative of simply natural energy formations and phenomenology. It can be representative of many different things. You would have to take it on a case-by-case basis.
Okay.
Does that help?
It does.
Anything else?
Probably, but I just can't think right now.
All right. Well, then please be off and enjoy your globes immensely.
Thank you, Bashar.
Thank you.
Can I draw another name?
One.
Aga la Magica?